There are some places that cannot be found on tourist maps, but once you set foot there, it will feel as if these places have been living in your dreams for a long time. There are some mountains whose names are not on the GPS, but for the locals, they are the soul of the world. And there is a life high up in the mountains whose stories are not told until you see it with your own eyes. There are many mysterious places hidden on the vast map of China that have created an incredible world of nature and culture. From Sigunan to Fanjingshan, from Kanas Lake to Tianmen Mountain, each place has some features that are hard to believe. This is not the sign that is shown on Travel-Air. This is a completely different world, raw, sacred, and so real that language is lost. Are temples floating in the clouds, songs hidden in the sand, rainbow-colored mountains just a fairy tale? No, they are real, and today we are out in search of that reality. So let's step on the path of those unseen valleys and gorges of China. Let's start with Mount Huashan. It is one of the 5 sacred mountains of China. The highest peak is about 7,700 feet above sea level, but this mountain is famous for being the most dangerous mountain in the world. Yes, a narrow path with only a few inches of space around it, deep ravines, and wooden planks underfoot that hang from the steep cliffs. This 2,000-year-old mountain was once a place where Taoist monks would come to meditate. They believed that at this height, the distance between heaven and earth was the shortest. Every year, about 100,000 brave tourists dare to walk this path of death. But China does not end all its mysteries here. Another thing is hidden ahead. This S-shaped ridge is hidden at an altitude of 5,200 feet in the high mountains of Kanas Lake, Xinjiang province. From a distance, it looks as if a god has left an emerald-encrusted mirror on the mountain. The water of this river radiates such a mysterious green glow in the sunlight that locals call it moon water. The geological history of this river in the throat of the glacier is about 300 million years old, and the ancient Kanti people once lived on the banks of this river. Now let's go south to see the Longji Rice Terraces in Guangxi province. For more than 1,000 years, the Zhuang people have created these handmade step-like fields on the mountain. Spread over about 3,600 acres, these rice terraces are not just a place for cultivation, they are a unique work of art between man and nature. In the summer, when the fields are filled with water, the thousands of terraces reflect the sunlight like a huge mirror, a scene that makes you feel like the sky and the earth have merged together. Each terrace has its own story, it has its own history. It is as if every step tells us how people have learned to live in harmony with nature. Locals say that their ancestors did not build these fields just to grow crops. Rather, they built them to dedicate them to God, so that the goddess of meditation could descend these steps of the mountain. And because of this belief, prayers are still offered at the top of the mountain before every harvest. And then comes the colorful Danxia, the rainbow mountain on earth. Yes, this mountain is truly colorful. This mountain, formed by geological changes over 540 million years, has layers of red, yellow, green, and gray minerals. Iron oxide and the accumulation of sediments from different periods seem to have created a huge canvas with its own hands. This worldwide area, spread over about 125,000 acres, was recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2010. But the real secret of China lies deeper. Fanjingshan Mountain, located in Jiuzhaigou province, is about 8,150 feet high and like a stairway to heaven. After climbing thousands of rocky slopes, an incredible sight awaits you when you reach the top. 2 ancient Buddhist temples seem to float in the clouds. How these 2 temples were built on the top of the barren mountain is still a mystery. Local legends say that in ancient times, a monk dreamed of a Buddhist meditating on the top of this mountain. Since then, this mountain has been known as a holy pilgrimage site. In 2018, UNESCO recognized this mountain as a World Heritage Site because it is home to many rare animals, including the extinct Chinese golden monkey. During the rainy season, when clouds surround the mountain, the two temples truly seem to float in a sea of clouds. Now let's come to the Gate of Heaven, Tianmen Mountain. At a height of about 4,000 feet, a huge arc has naturally formed on the mountain. It is like a gateway to the sky. According to local legend, there once was no crack on this mountain, but thousands of years ago, a strong earthquake caused the mountain to burst and this arc was formed. Since then, it is known as the Gate of Heaven. People believe that this gate is the only way to go from death to heaven. To reach this mountain, you have to ride the world's longest cable car, about 7,500 feet long. This mountain has been known as a sacred spiritual place for thousands of years for followers of the ancient Tao religion. And in the desert of China, there is another mystery hidden, the Mingsha Mountain, which is called the Mountain of Songs. Yes, it really is a song. When the wind blows over this sand mountain, the movement of the sand creates a strange sound like a drum. Next to this mountain, which is about 6,500 feet high, is the Crescent Spring. In the heart of the desert, an impossibly green oasis, where water has not dried up for 2,000 years. For travelers on the ancient Silk Road, this place was a piece of paradise in the heart of the desert. The difference in temperature between day and night can be up to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Even in such a harsh environment, the greenery of the oasis still survives today, as if it were an indomitable stubbornness of nature. Finally, our journey ends in Zhangye, a fairy tale world in Sichuan province. A wonderful combination of 108 colorful rivers, snow-capped mountains, and green forests has made this valley one of the most beautiful places in the world. The water in the rivers here is so clear that you can see the rocks at the bottom. And in autumn, when the leaves of the trees turn colorful, their reflection in the water is like a canvas painted by nature itself. A strange scene can be seen here in autumn. At the same time, red leaves and snow seem to capture two seasons in one frame. In this diverse journey of China, we are introduced to the world of silent nature, starting from ancient traditions. From dangerous mountain climbing to language temples in the clouds, from rainbow mountains to songs hidden in the sand. Every place is like an incredible story written by nature itself. Today, these were a few glimpses of unseen China. There are countless more things hidden in the bosom of nature that we will have to set off again to find. So, see you in the next video.